Welcome to the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, powered by the American Business Podcast. We are the voice and platform of American businesses for success in this age of AI. We are welcoming you. We are inclusive as America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Join us. From solo entrepreneur to Fortune 500 companies, there is something for every single business at AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have committees, we have clubs such as Business Book Club, Public Speakers Club, and we are fully integrated with the American Business Podcast. It means visibility for your business, for your profession, publicity for your activities, for your company is built in with the membership of AVCCI. Join us and let's grow this business community together. At AVCCI, you can connect, educate, collaborate, and more importantly, build business relationships to grow your business in this age of AI. Thank you for your support and visit our website at avcci.us to learn more and be a member. Join us and let's grow this community together. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Eugene Rodriguez, founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, otherwise known as AVCCI. You can join us or visit our website at www.avcci.us. Again, my name is Eugene Rodriguez, and I'm a business relationship manager with Chase Bank. I work on the acquisition side and assist customers with anything from cash management to financing to basic banking needs if necessary. I'm looking for any business owner that wants a better relationship with their banking institution. If you happen to know anybody, or if that happens to be you, feel free to contact me and or come to the website and send me a message. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you.
Hi, I'm Christine Daniels. I'm a high-performance coach, executive strategist, and keynote speaker. I'm also a founding member of America's first Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the co-chair of the Leadership and Management Growth Committee. I run my own business. It's a coaching and consulting practice. The work I do is about developing leaders, building stronger teams, and integrating high performance with personal alignment, that inner work that makes the outer work sustainable. I deliver this through executive coaching, leadership development, and strategy work with executives, founders, and leadership teams. Before this chapter of my career, I spent over 25 years across capital markets, family office investing, and venture capital. One of the things I value most about AVCCI is what it actually is: a national community where professionals, business owners, and organizations connect, collaborate, and amplify each other's work. Building a business is one thing. Building it with the right relationships, the right visibility, and the right network across the country, that is something else entirely. And AVCCI is where that happens. If this sounds like the kind of community you've been looking for, we would love to have you. Learn more at avcci.us and learn more about my work at christineadaniels.com. I look forward to connecting.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Mitchell, founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Visit us at www.avcci.us and become a member today. I'm also the owner of Emerald City Ventures. I work with Gen X women who find themselves in a pattern of stopping and starting and starting and stopping. And we reunite you with that version of yourself that you've been trying to reach for years. And she's in there. We're going to bring her out. So visit us at www.kimm.co or email me at theowner@emeraldcityventures.net.
Welcome to America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. My name is Joe Beauchamp. I'm one of the founding members here. I'm also the chair of the leadership committee. I'm here to help leaders develop strategies My company is Beauchamp Team Growth Solutions. We help business owners and business leaders to develop their leadership skills, the leadership skills of their team. We know that better leaders get better results, and we provide that leadership strategy, training, and education for business leaders to run their companies better. Hope you can join us at the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, my name is Adam Dicker. And the first thing I want to say is how excited I am to be part of the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry community. I'm also going to be a coach in the Biz Dev and Sales and Marketing Committee, and I'm really looking forward to that and meeting all of you there. To all the entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals here, it's a pleasure to connect with you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the former Executive Vice President at GoDaddy, where I spent years helping businesses grow their online presence and succeed digitally. Today, I work with companies to help them generate more leads, improve website conversions, and use AI and automation to grow smarter and more efficiently. One thing I've seen over the years is companies spend heavily on paid advertising and they don't take advantage or optimize existing traffic or website that they have. You should be getting most of your traffic and leads and opportunities from your website, about 70 to 80%. In reality, your website should be the best salesperson working 24/7 to convert visitors into customers. That's where I come in. I help optimize your websites, improve organic traffic performance, implement those tricky AI tools and with automation, and build systems that reduce dependency on expensive ad platforms like Google and LinkedIn, while increasing your lead generation and customer engagement. My goal is simple: help businesses sustain their growth, increase conversions, and make your marketing work harder. So if you're part of the network and looking for ways to generate more qualified leads, improve your online presence, optimize your website, or leverage AI in your business strategy, I'd love to connect and learn more about what you do. Thank you again for this opportunity to introduce myself, and I look forward to meeting you all shortly.
Welcome to the American Business Podcast. I'm Kevin Avcci, your host. I'm welcoming you episode 199 in the American Business Podcast. We are in season 6. Today's number 5 at AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now we have more than 5 regional chapters representing AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, powered by the American Business Podcast, and it is growing very fast, and we truly appreciate your support. To learn more about AVCCI, you can go to avcci.us and learn about America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as AVCCI. Quote of the day. As you know, we have a great partnership with missionstatements.com, and here is the quote of the day. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. Well, before I invite our guest, as I just mentioned, we started America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI, powered by the American Business Podcast. AVCCI is America's first virtual chamber of commerce and industry, powered by a successful business podcast, the American Business Podcast. Because it's virtual, we remove all the boundaries. And that is why AVCCI is a national chamber of commerce. And because it is powered by the American Business Podcast, visibility and publicity is built in with AVCCI membership, as well as any activity, any event that you join with AVCCI. AVCCI is inclusive. We are welcoming from solo entrepreneur to Fortune 500 companies. We have different activities and benefits for every single business professional. This week, we executed our business book club meeting, and we hosted Mel Blackwell, a published author, public speaker, and AVCCI member. If you haven't done so, please go to avcci.us and sign up for our next business book club meeting. Next week, we have AVCCI Sustainability Committee meeting, as well as Business Development Committee meeting coming up. And you can go to avcci.us website, go to the events section, and you can sign up for the committee meetings. Committee meetings are complimentary, inclusive, and you can pick the one that you like and you can sign up. You don't have to be an AVCCI member to join the committee meetings. However, we are encouraging you to be an AVCCI member to support our activities at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI, powered by the American Business Podcast. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, great. Well, I have a very special guest today in the American Business Podcast. I'm going to invite our guest to our stage, and let's get the conversation started. Hello, Ed. Welcome to the American Business Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, Kevin.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited for this conversation. I've been waiting for it, and I'm glad that you join us. You are welcome to the American Business Podcast. How are you? How is your Friday going so far?
Friday's going pretty good so far.
Happy Friday.
It's almost halfway done.
That's true. That's true. And I know you for many years, and you are someone that I revered, I respected a lot in the business community because you are such a great leader. You are modest, and you always share your insights, professional insights with us. Today we have the privilege to have you in the American Business Podcast, and we love to learn from your insights as always. So I welcome you.
Likewise, I respect you, and I respect what you're doing here with this.
Thank you.
This is a great thing.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. Truly appreciate it. Well, why don't we get started, Ed, if that's okay? As a start, would you please introduce yourself and Oerlikon to our listeners and to our viewers? Just so you know, a couple of weeks ago, we passed 200,000 YouTube subscribers.
Oh.
So we have a growing business community listening to us, watching us. So please introduce yourself and Oerlikon to our audience.
Sure. I'm happy to do that. Oh, sure. First off, I'll start with myself. My name is Edward Sotilli. I'm a native New Yorker. I was born and raised in Queens. And when I was 30 years old, I moved out here to Long Island. And at that time, I was employed by Oerlikon Metco, which was 41 years ago. I'm working here at Oerlikon. We're a manufacturing facility, right? And we are global sites all around the world, but this site is special because it's the one that produces all the spare parts and all the components of our thermal spray equipment. If you do not know thermal spray equipment, you definitely are using or involved with results of our product. I mean, whether you're flying on a jet or driving an automotive or using petroleum because we use it in drilling or medical for hip replacements, knee replacements, we're involved. We make the coatings and the coating equipment for all the parts that go into a jet engine, an automotive engine, or a hip replacement or in the industry. So we're in many industries. We've been around for 93 years, started in 1933 in Long Island City, then moved out to Westbury in 1954. We're a growing company. Our manufacturing capabilities between having CNC and automation and digitalization, I have to say, we are a state-of-the-art company. We invite a lot of companies to see us so we can share our influence or our lean or operational excellence. Because we feel that we're part of the community, especially of Long Island, that, hey, we're all in this together as part of manufacturing. And that's how I met Kevin in the beginning, being part of HIA, to share that. And we also are involved with even how to recruit young people. As you know, if you didn't know already, there is a skill set issue where we do not have a lot of people getting into the trades. Oerlikon Metco, I'm part of that, which I'm proud to say, to transform that, to reach out to the students, whether it be by doing presentations at certain places like Cradle of Aviation or the different community colleges or the high school events. We have a lot of involved in a lot of high school events, and we do a lot of high school tours, especially for their STEM programs. To science, technology, engineering, and math, if you didn't know that, which I'm sure you do. We invite, this year alone, we had 6 different high schools come in where we showed off the manufacturing facility, and they were impressed. And they hopefully were inspired to get into the trade. with the trade and with the fact that the baby boomers are going away, and we do have now the new generation coming in, there's a big labor shortage, especially in the skill market, where we're trying to influence the students and also the teachers and the superintendents to create these curriculums that went by the wayside, for students to become carpenters, students to become machinists, students to get involved with those skills. And college isn't the only avenue. There's certificate programs, there's co-op studies, there's all the trades that you need, which you can make a living and get involved. Part of that is also the Navy. We're working with their talent pool system there, where they're trying to influence the schools and giving money out, because they realize, the Department of Defense, there is a big need for these skill sets and these welders and these machinists to build up our Navy and our defense. So we're involved with that. And we're also involved with all the local technical schools, like BOCES, right across the street from us is Barry Tech. And they're implementing, as we speak, they're going construction in an advanced manufacturing facility, which is granted by the Navy, and it's also granted by ESD, the Empire State Development. And we hope to launch and open up on January. And
that's great.
So
Congratulations.
Good so far, Kevin.
Yes, this is great. And in the American Business Podcast, we support manufacturing, American manufacturing. It's very important. And when we look at the Long Island area, which I'm also pretty active with manufacturing, Oerlikon is an exemplary manufacturing company in so many ways. The internship programs that you have, apprenticeship programs that you have, also the way that you are supporting education and next generation is really exemplary. And I'm sure our audience will really appreciate the insights that you are sharing as well, that we all should learn from you. Also, all the manufacturers also, get an example in a way that how you design the internship programs and apprenticeship programs.
Yeah, thank you very much for that compliment. I really appreciate it. I myself, I'm on the advisory board for Farmingdale State College, and I'm for their manufacturing tech engineering and their mechanical engineering. And as you said, we support them because we sponsor their interns. We bring interns in, and we also work on, their curriculums, review their curriculums. We are the industry part, working with academia to find out if it's working well, and that does work well. And of course, we're also involved with Suffolk Community College. They have their great manufacturing certificate program. I'd say at least 5 of our latest employees graduated from that program. So we go there, we speak to the different high schools, and we work with them. So we work with all the local technical schools, and that's why we're even initiating this one, because there's still not enough of them. And hopefully by Barry Tech coming on board with BOCES, with the adult education part of it, and also with the high school part of it, there'll be more and more candidates for manufacturing, which we strongly need. So I appreciate that, and thank you. And with that program right across the street, we're going to create the co-op, where their students can come 1-2 days a week and work in our facility, or at least shadow, which is tremendous. I'm really excited about that, which is going to start next year. So,
yes, one of the important points actually that you mentioned is introducing manufacturing to the next generation. And especially we do some events, and also you work very close with schools, which is also very very helpful, I'm sure, in the sense to introduce manufacturing to the next generation professionals. So the manufacturing is not necessarily that you are working in a difficult work environment and it's not fun to work. It's not like that. And I've been to your organization as well. I had the privilege of taking the tour, and it's a beautiful workplace. It's modern, it is bright, it is also very technological. You use technology a lot nowadays in manufacturing. That is also important, that we need to mention it to the to parents and also next generation professionals, that they understand the importance of manufacturing and they see the benefits of working in manufacturing.
Yes.
As well.
we don't come off as right away when somebody thinks of a factory and they think of a manufacturing factory. They're thinking of a gloomy, dirty, old facility with a lot of mechanical going on. Like, I'm glad you said that. Quite the opposite. We're a bright, air-conditioned facility with robotics and cobots and automation, a lot of digitalization. So it's quite the opposite of what Ursine is. Far less manual, but far more technical, far more troubleshooting, far more. We're actually even considering change. We did it. We've even not changed it fully from a machinist, but we're adding the word technical in there. You know what I mean? To make it more more of what it actually is. You know, more of what it actually is. It's more of a manufacturing tech than just a machinist, and it worked quite well. And I remember when you came and you see all the younger people. It's better for the younger people. The transition of the younger people, what I find through the generations and my generation and all, back in my generation, you started with a company and you worked with a company and you were loyal to the company and you took what the company said and hoped to find your path to development. Today, the younger people want more than that. They want an outline. They want to see the future. They want, when we do our onboarding, we show them and demonstrate what they can be and where we will let them get to if they will allow us, and it'll be up to them. And I think that's been working a lot. That's been working very well. So the message I say to the companies like us is really, when you're onboarding and when you're doing that, when you're demonstrating what they are going to do, make it clear so you don't sandbag, because there's still work to get there, but also say you can develop them to be this, become that also. And that's what we strive to do, you know?
Very important. That's very important.
We were very successful to have our latest engineers that started out on the floor, that came in as interns, and now 2 of them are now working in engineering. And that was a course of a matter of 2 or 3 years. So that's quite a leap and jump from where they were. Now, of course, they have their degrees, but they were working while they were getting it. And they, each one of them are very, very, very happy and very appreciative of how we developed them and what they got out of it. So at the end of the day, what the message I could tell is they feel more involved and they feel more that they're respected and they're noticed. And we help them on their paths. So I think that's part of the secret of retention, if not the total secret of there. Okay.
Well, also in this episode, we love to also learn about your career journey. You are very experienced. You have decades of experience in manufacturing. How did you get started? How your career journey has unfolded over the years?
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, I have an older brother who influenced me a lot. He started out in electrical. He was working for IBM. So I got into college at first, and I started with my electrical degree, and I got my 2-year associate's electrical. But while I was working in the electrical part of it, which was at Queensborough Community College in Bayside, I was working on the side of the machine shop. And that's where I found my passion. And one of my first influences, because you had asked me who influenced me, was a gentleman named Kurt Scherger. And he came from Germany, and he was old school. He came up through the apprenticeships from Germany and really knew a lot. And I was the son he never had. He had 3 daughters. And when I met him, I was really, really mechanically inclined. At that time, I was the typical young guy in Queens that was hot rodding my car and rebuilding the motor and doing this and that. And then I got into the machine shop and I said, wow, I got a real passion. And he took me under his arm and he showed me a lot. And I learned and I learned and I learned to the point where I changed from electrical to become mechanical. And then even further, I became manufacturing, started really, really getting interested in machining. The company I worked for and him left New York back in the 80s. And then that's when I joined Oerlikon Metco in the mid 80s. And to further my career, they gave me the opportunity to, they've seen my talents in machining. I started here as a senior prototype machinist, quickly became an advanced tool maker, which tool making design and doing the fixtures. And then they said, "Hey, would you be an engineer? Would you like to be?" And they paid for my education. I enrolled in Farmingdale State University. I got my bachelor's degree in industrial engineering, and then I was promoted. And I became from a senior manufacturing engineer to a supervisor manufacturing engineer to the manager to now the director of engineering, and I loved it all the way. But really what made my love of desire was when I started to learn lean and operational excellence, and I started implementing it and started seeing, wow, this is a big deal. This is the way we should be. This is the state-of-the-art factory. This is eliminating waste, eliminating everything, digitalization, automation and everything. And of course, the need of the industry, because let's face it, you didn't have the skill set or the real hands-on machinist, or you didn't have the people coming up to you. Needed something more technical, something more advanced to get to the point where you are. And I know you remember when I did the tour for you at that time, and we did the AI, and then I quickly found out that, hey, my God, we're almost there. I mean, we're communicating, we're getting the information from the machines, we're collecting all this data. We are going back and doing predictive. We are doing all this calculative, reducing the risk and everything like that. And I said, oh my God, we're there. We're halfway there. Right now, we're looking into programmers. We can't get programmers. We're looking into software that actually takes programs you have and it compounds that. You throw a 3D model in, it's coming around the corner and it creates that for you. And we let AI Copilot. We're working with everything that gives us that edge and that advantage to go out and do what we want to do in the future and make it better and take all your mistakes, become less and become growing, influencing and growing advantages and growing excellence and as far as improvements. The other part of it is we're using VKS. That's a visual knowledge system, which we're turning all our written verbiage setup instructions into video instructions. I mean, let's face it, you go to change even a light bulb in your car because you can't get to it. Do you go look at the manual, or do you go up and go on YouTube and look up a video? That's where we're transitioning into the media AI state. And that's what we have here. And our management, or upper management, even though I'm the director, they're seeing this and they're allowing us, which is great. The biggest key behind there is to have upper management behind anything that you do. And if you could show, at the end of the day, we're all capitalists. If you could show the improvement and justify it, that's how you get it. And fortunately, my division over here, we've been so successful that I don't want to say we have an open checkbook, but they'll listen to us and they'll hear what we have to say. And most of the time they go for it, or they'll bring it down a bit. Okay, well, let's try this and then see work away. But it works out very well, you know?
This is great. Well, you just mentioned about success. And what is the secret of your success? Individually, also in your department. I know you have a great department. I've seen it myself. It's really inspirational, I have to say. So, yeah, please tell us about it.
Hi, I'm Stacy Simbrom. I am a member of the AVCCI. I am also one of the leads of the Women in Business Committee and the Health and Wellness Committee. I run a company called Reflection Project. I am a coach. I am an integrative wellness coach. And what that means is I work with individuals who want to optimize their lives, do better with their wellness, do better in their relationships, and feel better about themselves and the world that they live in. I take an integrated approach, which helps you to learn how to leverage your 3 centers of intelligence, which is your brain, your logic, your emotions, and your body, which is your intuition. I bring several different modalities into this work. I've been doing this work for about 15 years now. And I would look forward to working with you and collaborating with you in this space. If this sounds like something that you would like to learn more about, please contact me either by phone or by email. Thank you very much, and I look forward to meeting with you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christy Brink, and I'm the owner of Lux Escapes by Christy, personal travel planning, and the co-chair of the Women in Business Committee. I'm a passionate traveler and work closely with my clients to plan personal, curated itineraries around the world. I research the best value, work with local experts around the world, and provide convenience and support so you can travel more and plan less. I am relationship driven, so it's important to me to get to know my clients so I can deliver the best travel experience with each trip. If Women in Business resonates with you, please join me as we work to provide education, inspiration, and support for all women that join. I look forward to getting to know you all. Thank you so much.
I'm Mel Blackwell, the president of Blackwell Media Group, and I'm a proud member of the AVCCI. Joined recently and very, very supportive and excited about that. As president of Blackwell Media Group, basically I'm a retired corporate fixer. For 35 years, I've worked in global companies, domestic U.S. companies, to help boards and C-level teams try to figure out how to solve complex business riddles. In doing that, I actually decided to hang up my cleats because 35 years is a long time. I deployed behind enemy lines. I did not go in as a consultant. I took a full-time role because I loved working with the teams. I loved building the teams, and I liked the smell of napalm, and so I worked in those different stints for 2 to 6 years, and in kind of graduating from that world now, I do keynote speaking at major conferences, at annual retreats for corporate teams, and kind of a hybrid of coming in to speak to a large crowd or even a small room, and then rolling up my sleeves and coaching and helping a team solve a specific complex riddle. In doing all of that, what I realized, I wrote a book called Uncommon Sense: How to Fix Your Workplace Culture in the Wild West of Business. In doing all that, I realized, reflecting back, for about a year, I wrote the book that I've been working on for 20 years. And when I finally said, all right, I'm going to write this thing, I realized almost everything I did was culture. And so I am somewhat of a culture architect. I've had a reputation of being very plain spoken. What you see is what you get. Funny. I like to have fun, but pretty serious. And I can do some really complex, brutal stuff, whatever it takes to protect the culture and the good people. And so that's what I do now. I do the speaking and I work with people. Don't even be embarrassed. It's like, Mel, we have this really complex riddle we're beriddled by it. I'll come in, roll up my sleeves, and we'll slay that thing. So that's what I do, and I'm looking forward to it. And I highly recommend everybody support Kevin and the AVCCI.
Hi, I'm Jolie Leidner, and I'm a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'm also the co-chair of the Human Resources and Workforce Development Committee. And we at that committee will guide you with everything educational for HR and recruiting, as I own Jobs by Jolie, a staffing company. And we're here for all your staffing needs, where we staff every industry with a personal touch, and we do temporary, permanent, and temp to perm staffing, and we do it across the country. So I could be reached at 516-521-7602 or Jolie at jobsbyjolie.com. Hope to hear from you. Thanks.
I have to say. So, yeah, please tell us about it.
The secret to my success. Okay, number one is I grew up through the lean days with reading about Elijah Goldblatt with Critical Chain, as far as being, and the goal. and understanding waste and understanding why you're doing projects because they're important. So I brought up my group, which they have tenure with me, as far as how to be leaders. Leaders is the biggest thing. Even if they do not have reports, they have to take that leadership role. Leadership role is to get over there and take charge and take responsibility and empower the people you work with and yourself to accomplish something. And I believe that I tell them, anybody that comes in with a problem, I also want to hear what you think the solution is. Or even if you're asking for it, come up with some evidence and data so that way you could support it so we can work out the solution. So I think that we can't just be like, we can't just exist with the problem. We can't just accept the problem. We have to work together to come up with the solution. And then I reward those solutions. And then I encourage the solutions. Even if I might have a solution in my mind, if I have somebody coming up to me, I would rather have them come up with it. I might coach them or I might give them hints. But at the end of the day, I think we are all more grateful, more respectful if we are involved with the solution and hopefully be able to come up with the solution. So I believe that I have a great workforce that knows that already. And they may make jokes that it's the Ed Sotilli master plan because they always do that but they do all feel that they're part of it and they feel that together we work as a team and work at that. And my answer to that is a leader just doesn't go up in the front line and do everything. A leader stands back and watches his team go and coaches them and doesn't get in the way, but make sure there's no obstacles, because that's what I strive for. That's what I do. And I think that's how I became successful. Not at the same time, if something is wrong, you don't step in to correct it because you don't want to have a failure, but you want to make sure that you do not turn it around too bad. I mean, let's put it this way. I believe in the philosophy of fail fast, but I also believe in the philosophy that don't try to take everything, do the low-hanging fruit and do one step at a time in a controlled environment. So that way you can always revert, change it back. You change too many things, you don't know what happened. So we live and we learn by that we are continuous improvement, and it's always take the steps to get up. So you're not going to climb out Mount Everest in one shot. You're going to take the steps to get up there.
Well, we love to also learn about your industry a little bit. If you can share some insights, not in sensitive, but in general, just educationally. What is the state of your industry that you can tell us about, how it's been evolving over the years?
Yeah, well, right now we're big in aerospace. Every jet engine has our parts in it. Turbine blade, for instance, if the jet engine propels, it goes at so many thousand revolutions, and it's like a couple of thousand degrees. If it wasn't for our coating, it would never be able to withstand that. Now our coating does that. Our industry is involving more now in IGT, industrial gas turbines. For that reason and even more. With the oil, petroleum drilling, they're coating drill bits. We've been coating a lot of engines now, less friction, better, more horsepower, better fuel efficiency. We've been striving and growing in those areas. Of course, with the war going on and the state of affairs and everything else, there's a lot more jet engines, a lot more military, a lot more defense being built. That's another segment of our business, but that's going on. But we are growing leaps and bounds in the IGT, again, industrial gas turbine, and aerospace. The companies are General Electric, Pratt Whitney, Chromo, whoever's making these engines, Volvo, all the big boys, and also Tinker Air Force, as well as the Navy, as well as different industries are just growing and growing more equipment. Now we are the number one. We are the powerhouse. We're the only company that offers all the different solutions, comes up with the solutions, and we offer the equipment and the materials to go along with it. Besides, we actually even perform the service. So we have, I believe, 150 sites around the world. Most of them are actually performing the service where they do the coatings. The coatings, whether we call the thick coating using our spray guns, or the PVD, physical vapor deposition, using the big vacuum chambers that we have for coating tools. If you pick up a tool and you're wondering why it looks gold or tin colored or that dark blue, it's probably coated with our equipment. There's a lot of, like I said, in your everyday life. I mean, a lot of our our newer customers are SpaceX, New Origin, all those. So it's a big industry. A lot of new development with that, even in EV with the battery powered. I believe the undercarriages of Tesla are one of the companies. They use our coating to spray them. So that way, as a damper, if something goes on with the batteries, it allows that it doesn't get into the area where you're sitting, So we're pretty much in every industry. I mean, you pick up a Corning pot, the bottom of it is clad with aluminum from our equipment because of heat transfer. There's pretty much big and used in a lot of places, and probably the least known, who knows Oralcon coatings, but you're using our equipment or you're involved with us every day.
That's amazing.
Very strange, but true. It's amazing.
Yes, I mean, this is really educational. You mentioned it briefly earlier, but maybe we can dive deeper a little bit if that's okay. How do you see the impact of AI on business nowadays?
Well, I think that there's a lot of positives and negatives, but I think the big positives are it's definitely going to help with the labor shortage. It's definitely going to help technology as far as growing and evolving into bigger. We see it. We see it ourselves. I see it when we go to make something. We have the best, why reinvent the wheel when it comes up with data that you could use so you don't make the same thing? You can go even further with that. We see it that way. I'm struggling finding programmers on our machines. And like I said earlier about using AI, we got a trial software now that I was amazed. 80% of the program came right in by throwing a 3D model in there and some information on programs that you had already made, started generating it, saying, wow, that is amazing. We see it with as far as in our customer service industry, all the data it's collecting as far as who our customers are, who has our equipment, and their order frequencies. And then it comes back and it tells our key account managers, hey, something's off here. Hey, the market is trending this way. Hey, it's going that way. Hey, why is this customer not using the equipment anymore? What's happened? What's that? It gives us a lot of predictive. It tells you everything you need to know without really doing too much investigation. It's coming up. It's what you make of it. If you're going to make of it, I think that every business that is competitive, that expects to be to have an advantage, has to adapt in some way to AI, whether it's using it for their sales, whether it's using it there for their customer service, or whether it's in our place where it's using in the manufacturing, in the software to check parts. We're looking at vision systems now to look at our parts and to collect the data of what's going wrong so we can see the trends. And we can also, instead of having inspected it 100%, who, you know what they say, if you're looking at visuals, you're still only 97, 98% accurate. You're still going to miss something. A camera is not going to miss anything. It'll catch even more as long as you teach it properly.
That's true.
And everything's come a long way further than what I've seen 20 years ago. I was only dreaming about this stuff. Now I'm going to these shows, and like I said, I had demonstrating Cognix. Next week it's going to be on around coming in here, and they're showing us a cheaper solution that that's going to be so expensive and so much time. Oh, this is what we just came out with. Every day they're coming out with something new. If you're going to sit back and say, we're allowing it to happen, and if we sit back, we cannot exist unless we adapt and utilize it in some part of our industries.
Yeah, I mean, my background is business software, and whenever I go to Oerlikon, I get always excited. You always have the latest software systems, you adapted it and trained the teams, and just like you mentioned, continuous improvement in the DNA of the company. That's very impressive.
That's what it boils down to. I mean, you went from digital 4.0 to the smart factory to whatever's next. Is that it's not just that acronym; it's whatever next level of AI. Basically, what it comes out to. It's in certain industries, it's probably a very bad word. I mean, if I'm an actor and now they're using AI, or there's certain things like that, I can understand why it could be a deterrent, why it could be scary, and why it could be what's happening. What can go on, but you still need, you gotta just it's got to be tamed, and it has a use, and it's out there, so you can't stop that now. I mean, it's there. You need to use it in the right way.
You mentioned briefly about leadership. How would you define leadership, and what are the great leadership qualities a good leader must have?
That's very good. A good leader must have is patience. Number one, patience. And one thing I learned in the years, and again, maybe I'm being profound by calling myself a good leader, but what I've learned is I never considered myself a boss. I considered myself a coach as part of the team. So I think a good leader needs to recognize his team of what they need to grow and how they need to develop them, and be patient, and then allow his team to grow naturally. By naturally, what I mean is let them try things, empower them, let them fail, but don't let them get discouraged. Let them succeed and make sure they get the credit for it. Let them be a part of everything that you do, and they can work together. And do not favor one over the other. I'm not saying don't let somebody get away with something, and to treat everybody the same, and care more. A good leader will stand up and not take all the credit. A good leader will allow the team to take the credit and allow the team to share the responsibility and go further, not to put blame, and be up there. Again, not be there. A good leader is not one that can't delegate, but it's not the one that not only delegates, but to support, and not only be a part of the team to show off the improvements, but make sure that they're in front and get the recognition. With the team gets the recognition.
Role models. Have you had any role models, any mentors who help you shape your career journey over the years?
Sure. Yes, absolutely. I had the one I told you was Kurt Jurgen back when I was learning how to be a machinist. He was a role model, big role model of mine. Another one was Stefan Knapp. He started with my prior company. We were always Metco. Before Oerlikon, we were sold to Metco. He came in and he started me back in 2005 on my lean journey, and he helped me champion that. And he helped me participate, and he helped me grow, and he mentored me big time in lean and in operational excellence. And later on left the company, but I will always remember how much he influenced me, how much he taught me, all of that stuff, and everything that came along with that. So those are the two of my top two. And the biggest thing I learned from them both was my skills and my continuous improvement attitude. It's not just it's a culture. That culture that was driven into me became it's in me now. It's I can't look at something and accept waste. That sounds funny, you know what I mean? So it's like those are the two mentors or two people that really influenced me.
If there is one key career lesson that you learned the hard way, what would it be that you can share with us?
Right now, that would be, if at the end of the day, what are you doing? Everything you do is for your customer. And the biggest thing you can do is focus on that, whether it's an internal customer or an external customer. Everything you do is for that. If it's you're working on an assembly line and quality is your customer, or that planning to get something out the door, or if you're lucky enough to have your end user as your customer, focus on what they want, what they need, and make sure that you satisfy them, because at the end of the day, that's going to make you successful in the business, you successful in the company, because you're going to see that. You're going to see that, wow, he's really focusing on what is needed. It's the four rights. It's the right time, it's the right attitude, it's the right quality, it's at the right cost, and it's also what the customer wants, it needs.
Absolutely. Well, is there a book, a movie, a show that helped you shape your career perspective over the years?
Well, like I said it earlier, I said Elijah Goldblatt, I was a big fan of his. I read a few of his novels, but the one that went out when I first started eliminating waste and started understanding investments in the factory was The Goal. That was a big one for me. It's an old book. They even have a movie on it. And the second one, once I started to become a project manager and involved in a lot more people and even a big leader, was Critical Chain. That was another one from him that I read. And again, these are both easy reading novels, but they still stand the test of time, because as old as they are, they still apply to today. And it makes you understand, why do we even put a project in place? You put a project in place because you want results. So you got to realize, when you're late, what are you late on achieving? Your results. So everything has a cost. So if you need to achieve something on time, if you make a little more investment to get it on time, you're closer to getting those results. Measure the time it takes and how much money you lost by not getting the results versus how much you have to add to make sure you get the results, and make everybody understand and how to do it. Yeah.
Great insights. Well, this part of the episode, is there any question that you would like to ask me?
How'd I do?
I love this. Well, actually, you and I, we always had always conversation when we meet, and
Uh-oh. I lost you for a second.
All right. Yes, absolutely. Well, so you and I, whenever we meet, we always have a great conversation. Now we carried it to here in the American Business Podcast. So I truly appreciate it. So far the conversation is very informative and very educational. So I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your allowing me to do this, because this is a compliment. And inside me, I have that goal, and I believe I said it to you, is to influence people, help the United States, help Long Island be a better, greater manufacturing facility, help the HIA and all the organizations that support it here, because we're all one, and we're all striving for the same thing,
Absolutely. We are all on the same page, and same team, and the collaboration is critical. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Well, okay, in this part of the episode, what is your career advice for the next generation?
My career advice for the next generation is really, really feel what you really want to do. And I tell my daughter, while she was in college, take as many internships as you can. Before you graduate, try the product before you finish the product. My daughter, this is an example that my daughter had. She started out and she wanted to be an accountant. So in her second semester, her sophomore year, she took an internship. Hated it. But never too late. She didn't lose those credits. She transferred into business. Mm-hmm. She ended up being international business in FIT, and she transferred that. Now she's working in a company in a business role. She did good. So I would tell all the students or anybody out there, whether you're again in high school, hey, don't be in a hurry to go into college because you think you try it out, get a job in it, go on tours, go see different industries that you're interested in or you don't even know about. Reach out, open your eyes, see what's out there. I know it sounds really off the wall because you're young and you may not even be thinking about it. It's not just the money. You have to have the love for what you want to do. Don't let somebody else tell you, especially your parents, that you should be this. You have to go out and try it. If you're in school for something, make no mistake, you can change your career, take advantage, do that internship, go see these factories, do as many tours as you can. Go out there and figure out what you need to do. It's a tough thing to figure out, and
It is tough.
you're the one that's got to do it, and you're the one. Not saying you ever have to live with it, because you can always change careers. I started in electrical, and then I went to mechanical, and then now I'm in engineering. I mean, it's never too late. Do what you want to do. At the end of the day, you get satisfaction, which means a lot more than just the pay. Because the pay, if you're not happy, your lifespan isn't going to be. What's the
Good point.
You want to be happy, and you want to make a living, of course, and you want to support your family, and I hope that you do the same for your children. Advise them to do what you want to do to be happy. My son, I'll give you another example, because I got 4 kids. He went into acting, and he was top of his class, and he got the Thespian Award, the triple award, acting, singing, and dancing, and this and that. And guess what? COVID came, and guess what? The actors' strike came, and guess what? Went back to school for his master's. Now he's a 7th grade teacher, and he's doing productions, acting productions in the Department of Education in New York City schools, and he's happy. But at least he started to try to do what he wanted, and I never stopped him from that. But he was smart enough to, okay, I'll slightly change my career, made a right turn, and now that's where he is. So I'm hoping these little things. I've been around for a while. I'm 70 years old. I'm going to be 71.
God bless.
Still working.
Mm-hmm. Yes, God bless. It's great.
I have some knowledge, and as you said, if you want me to give you my email address, anybody wants to reach out to me, Kevin?
Yes, absolutely. Let's. Please. I mean, what is the best way that our audience can continue this conversation with you? Contact you.
They can contact me at Edward EDWARD SOTTILE at OERLIKON.com. That's my work email address. And if anybody contacts me, be happy, and they can reach out to me. I'm happy to tell me that's great. I'm full of it. Whatever. Insight or how I would help them with a problem, I have no problem. I have over 50 years experience. I can, maybe I have some words of wisdom. Yeah.
You definitely do have this. Absolutely. There is no doubt about it. And Ed, thank you so much for being with us in your busy schedule. And thank you for sharing your professional insights and your professional wisdom with us in the American Business Podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, Kevin. And it's always a pleasure. Let me know next time you want to have an event.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Right. And I wish you a great weekend. Thank you. Much appreciated.
You too. Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Timothy Ryder. I'm a CPA and tax director at MGO LLP. I'm also a proud member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI for short, and I'm very happy to be at the beginning stages of this movement, which I know is going to be a great success in the future. At MGO LLP, we perform auditing and accounting services, tax services, and consulting services. We serve public companies, private companies, high net worth individuals, and governmental agencies. We serve many different industries, some of them being entertainment, sports, and media, technology, manufacturing, distribution, real estate. At MGO, I'm a generalist in the tax area, which means I get involved in many different things: C corporations, partnerships, S corporations, high net worth individuals. But in the tax space, we also have specialists that get involved in research and development credits and other credits as well as other incentives, state and local tax, international tax, tax controversy. And our accounting and auditing department is always looking to make your company financially healthy, or even more financially healthy than it is now, and give any advice that they can, and perform audits. And on the consulting side, we get involved in cybersecurity, fraud and litigation risk, and merger and acquisition on the sell side. Again, I'm always looking to save and defer taxes for my clients in any way that I can. And if it's an area that I don't deal with, that our firm handles, that I can always refer you to someone else if I can't handle it personally. But please feel free to reach out to me. The website is mgocpa.com if you want to learn more. And thank you so much for your time.
Hello, my name is Kristen Panella of Two Safe Consulting. I'm a founding member of AVCCI, and I chair the Workplace Health, Safety, and Risk Committee, where we're looking to do presentations on education and provide tools that will help you have a safe environment within your workplace. At Two Safe Consulting, safety is more than compliance. It's about protecting people, supporting operations, and building a culture that actually works in the real world. I founded Two Safe with one goal in mind: to provide companies with practical, high-level environmental health and safety support that makes a real impact. We work across many industries, including manufacturing, utilities, aerospace, construction, energy, pharmaceuticals, from OSHA compliance to hazardous waste manifests to safety training, audits, investigations, full EH&S program management. Our team becomes an extension of your operation. What makes us different is that we don't just hand over a binder and walk away. We stay involved, solve problems, train your people, and help create long-term results. Whether your company needs a complete safety program or support on a single project, Two Safe is ready to help wherever the work takes us. Let's build something safer together. Thank you. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Anthony Buonaspina, CEO and founder of LI Tech Advisors. We're located in Babylon Village, Long Island, and we've been in business for over 35 years. We're an MSP specializing in AI automation and business intelligence, and we're very excited to be leading the Long Island chapter and as a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. That's AVCCI. We're very happy to be a member here, and also we're looking forward to doing a lot of great things with this organization. Thank you.
Hello, I'm talking to you as a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber for Commerce and Industry. We are proud to be a founding member of this movement, and we're inviting you all to join in. Let me introduce myself. My name is Halil Aksu. I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of Digitopia, a global scale-up working on digital and AI transformation, reinventing consulting. We are helping organizations ranging from Unilever to Microsoft, from Intel to many other organizations in various industries, in various geographies. We are assessing their maturity, we are road mapping their digital and AI transformations, and we are helping them with all kinds of questions around AI implementation. As you know, AI is the most important and most influential technology of our days. This change is unprecedented. Every industry, every business is affected and must harness the opportunities AI is bringing. So for any questions around AI and the transformation within your organizations, we are the right partner to talk to. We helped hundreds of customers around the world, and we're happy to helping you as well. Looking forward. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Francis Borges, consulting partner with Era Group. I'm proud to be a founding member of AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'm honored to serve as co-chair of the Manufacturing and Healthcare Committee. With 25 years of finance transformation and business consulting experience, working with Fortune 100 and 500 companies across manufacturing, healthcare, financial services, and other industries, I've had the privilege of driving hundreds of millions of dollars in annual savings in some of the world's largest organizations. But now I've deliberately pivoted to bring that same caliber of expertise to where I believe it's needed most, the mid-market. With Era Group, I partner with founders, CEOs, and CFOs of mid-sized businesses that face what most are dealing with right now: margin pressure, rising costs, supply chain disruptions, and an increasingly competitive landscape. We help them find hidden EBITDA in their overheads and vendor spend unlocking savings that go straight to the bottom line to fund growth, improve cash flow, boost valuation, and protect the margins that keep them competitive. Well, the top three things that clients love most about us: we bring that deep category expertise and the resources that the mid-market simply doesn't have access to. We do the heavy lifting, working as a seamless extension of their team to secure real savings. And we do all of this completely risk-free. No upfront budget. We are rewarded only when we put money back in your pocket. Link back to AVCCI. It's a powerful virtual community where business leaders can connect, collaborate, and grow their businesses together. Well, we are just getting started, and that's exactly why you want to be here right now. Come join us, be part of our great journey. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Suzanne Beck. I'm the sales manager at Preferred Events, and I'm a proud member of the Americans Virtual Chamber of Commerce, and I'm excited to be here. At Preferred Events, we are the preferred choice for your event rentals throughout the New York metropolitan area and beyond. Whether you're planning a corporate event, a charity walk or run, a fundraiser or gala, a festival, school event, or private celebration, we provide the rentals and the support needed to bring your event to life. Our inventory includes tents, chairs, linens, staging, flooring, fencing, structures, tables, and so much more. What truly sets us apart is the commitment to customer service and helping our clients create successful and memorable events. We work with corporations, nonprofits, schools, municipalities, and event professionals, and we love the opportunity to learn more about your upcoming events and what you're looking to do. If you're planning an event and need a reliable rental partner, please reach out. I look forward to connecting with fellow AVCCI members and finding ways we can support one another's success. Thank you for watching, and I hope to meet you soon.
Hi, my name is Mike Catherwood, one of the founding members of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI. I'm also the chair of the International Trade, Wholesale, Distribution, and Logistics Committee. During our committee meetings, we'll be sharing important content that will help companies in those industries achieve their growth goals. Aside from AVCCI, I work for Allianz Trade, the largest provider of trade credit in the world. Trade credit helps businesses in all industries feel comfortable with who they're extending credit to, eliminating the worry of, is someone going to pay? If your business is offering credit terms or considering doing so, please contact me to learn more. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Nerio Rivera, and I'm a founding member at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please join us today and let us help you grow your business. So I'm also the Senior Client Manager at IMSM. There we help support your current and upcoming ISO certifications through training and a variety of other services. So if you have any questions regarding ISO, the process, or how to maintain it, please send me an email.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode in the American Business Podcast and you learned something new. As I always say, in the American Business Podcast, there is always something new to learn. It is because we invite business leaders, professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, business owners, and educators. And as long as professionals, we keep an open mind, there is always something new to learn. And that is our mission in the American Business Podcast, providing, facilitating this educational environment for businesses, nonprofits, manufacturers, professionals, the business community, and to the workforce. As you know, we started America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, powered by the American Business Podcast. We are growing very fast as a business community, and feel free to join us. In America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as AVCCI, we are inclusive. We are welcoming business professionals, business owners, executives, business leaders. We are inclusive from solo entrepreneur to Fortune 500 company. There is always something to learn at AVCCI. We have great committees, member-led committees, Women in Business Committee, Business Development Committee, Technology Committee, HR Committee, as well as Sustainability Committee, Manufacturing Committee, International Trade, Wholesale, and Distribution Committee, and many others. Join us. Go to avcci.us and learn about America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Go to the events page, sign up for our committee meetings. Committee meetings are complimentary at no charge. Feel free to join. And also, if you like to be a member, go to the membership part of the website and join us. There are a lot of benefits come with AVCCI membership. Looking forward to seeing you at AVCCI. And we'll be right back after a short break. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Naeem Sayed. I'm the founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I highly recommend you join it, especially it's virtual and you get access and connection to everyone across the country that you actually connect with and make a meaningful relation. On personal side, I am a consulting partner for ERA Group, where we partner with CEOs and CFOs of middle market companies in helping them improve profitability. We do that by taking a look at all of their overhead costs and areas where they really don't have either the time or the bandwidth or the resources to take a look at. And that's where we come in. We do that in a contingency model, which means no savings, no fees. So if you have clients struggling to improve profitability, we are their answer. I look forward to seeing you at America's Virtual Industry.
Hey everyone, my name is Brent Gary, and I'm proud to be a founder member of the AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm inviting you to join our new movement at avcci.us. In addition, I'm a fractional CMO at Gary Consulting, where I work with business owners who are past the startup stage and fully into scaling, but they need your marketing to go from guesswork to growing. Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm David Faverio. I'm a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, other known as AVCCI. I am the chair of the Sustainability Committee. We look to educate people and businesses on how to be more sustainable and how to introduce sustainability into their business to be more efficient in their operations. I'm also the president of Pupfish Sustainability Solutions. Pupfish's data destruction methods are AAA NAID certified through iSigma, which certifies our adherence to the highest security and ethical standards in the data destruction industry. We operate on a zero landfill policy, which means nothing winds up in the landfill. Everything's 100% repurposed or recycled back into the U.S. manufacturing stream. And Pupfish received our certified B Corporation status in 2021, and we are proud to be a force for the local and global good.
Hi, it's Neil Abruzzi, and I'm here to talk to you today about America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I am proud to be the head of the Technology for Business Committee, where through the Commerce we intend to bring usable technology information to the membership, something not far-reaching, but something that you can use in your business, hopefully that very day. I'm 35 years running EDI Options. We're here a company for making connections between retailers and vendors. We provide connectivity services, integration services, data handling services, and all kinds of different commerce consulting. So come on and join us at the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce. You're going to love it here, and I look forward to working with you going forward.
Hello, my name is Christian Torres. I am one of the new founding members of the American Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, we're putting together some committees that are shaped specifically to help business owners just like you. And I'm proud to be the new co-chair of the Business Strategy and Innovation Committee, which means every month we're going to be working together to bring you the educational content, the insights, the learnings, and the resources to help you figure out what's next, what's on the horizon. There are so many shifts in the marketplace right now and disruptions going on every single day. My background is actually in decision intelligence, which means that I help companies make high stakes decisions using data, AI, and decision-making frameworks. And I do that all through my company, Stark Analytics. So I am really, really excited to bring that expertise and knowledge to the Committee for Business Strategy and Innovation and help business owners just like you get the tactical advantage that they need to succeed.
Hi, everyone. I am Joe Horowitz. I'm the Director of Compliance and Audit for Stetson Cyber Group. I am proud to be a member of the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, better known as the AVCCI. Stetson Cyber Group is a data privacy and protection firm specializing in cybersecurity risk management and network information security. What does that mean? We are your business partners. We come help you find all your risks related to cybersecurity by doing risk assessments, gap analysis. We do penetration testing, vulnerability scans. We also help you out by protecting your cybersecurity environment by doing employee trainings. We recommend all the right internal controls to put in place, and we do vCISO services. So my background has been in audit, risk, and compliance for 25 years. So we also get you prepared for all the compliances out there, whether it be federal or New York State, as far as like HIPAA, PCI, or if you're in New York State Department of Financial Services, we get you SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, ISO compliant, and CMMC for anyone who has to work with the federal government. Once again, a very proud member of the AVCCI, and look forward to seeing other chamber members in the future.
Hi, I'm Arthur Germain. I'm the principal and chief brand teller at Brand Telling. We're a brand architecture firm, and I'm a proud AVCCI member. So brand telling gives growing B2B companies the one clear story your whole team can tell, so you as the founder aren't the only one who can explain what your company does. You know, what does this sound like? I call it narrative drift. It starts off, it's all in your head. You know the story. You built the brand, you know all about it. But now every sales call has a different story and prospects start to notice. Or your marketing spend is up, but your firm never really seems different. Maybe you're expanding and your founder story isn't the same as when you started. All of these things are parts of what I call narrative drift. I help companies by exploring with them what makes them different and unique. I call it the category of one. What gives them that category of one, and then how do they express that category? So, for example, I've worked with technology companies that often sound very similar to others in the industry, and I've helped them to really look at where do they serve, whether it's through a geography or whether it's through a specific industry, and what do they do? Why do clients come to them in the first place? I explore that, and then we install it. I call it installing a story operating system. What we do is we look to write down all of the messages, all of the narrative about the company stories, so that it's in one place. Think of it like having a brand Bible where everybody can turn to find out all things about you. And that way you're not having to make things up or trying to jump around trying to build new messages when you build something like a presentation for sales or you're updating and refreshing the website. Why is this necessary? Here's a good example. Lots of companies will go through a merger acquisition maybe it's just two friendly companies that merge together. Now they're offering some new products or new services, and you're not quite sure which one leads. It used to be just your company before the other one. Now, how does that brand story sound? What you want to do is you want to sound unified, and you want to make it sound like you're doing this for your customers' benefit. So I help companies to do that. I guide them through the process of discovering their category of one, installing that story operating system, and then I stick around. I help them to maintain through brand guidance. That's what I love to do. My background is in brand storytelling, starting in publishing 20 years ago, moving through public relations and marketing, where I discovered what people really wanted was to learn the story. They wanted to know the behind the scenes, what's going on at the company. That's what made them different. That's what made them unique. And that's what made them good partners, good customers, good employees and employers. So I work with companies to discover that. Again, my name is Arthur Germain, and you can find me at Brand Telling. That's brandtelling.com. Thanks very much.
Thank you for being with me in the American Business Podcast. If you'd like to be a guest in the American Business Podcast, please send us an email, guestbooking@americanpodcast.tv. If you'd like to sponsor ABP, if you'd like to advertise in our podcast episodes, please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can advertise your company, your products, your services, and your brands in the American Business Podcast. Please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can also visit our website, americanpodcast.tv, to learn more about the American Business Podcast as well as our coming streaming schedule. Now you can have your branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast network. We call it Business Podcasting as a Service, PaaS. If you're interested in starting your business podcast in the American Business Podcast Network, please send us an email, paas@americanpodcast.tv. As part of our international expansion, we started international podcast editions. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to our YouTube page. And please go to the podcast section in our YouTube page, and you'll see our international podcast editions. They are ABP Espanol, ABP German, ABP French, ABP Hindi, ABP Portuguese, and ABP Turk, that you can listen to American Business Podcast in 6 different foreign languages. Okay, well, we are in the process of increasing our presence in social media. If you're on LinkedIn, please scan this QR code and subscribe, follow us on LinkedIn. If you're on TikTok, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our TikTok page. Please subscribe. Please follow us. If you are on Instagram, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Instagram page, and please subscribe. If you are on Facebook, we'll also appreciate your help and support. Please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Facebook page, and please follow us. And finally, we are on IMDb, next to other reputable media productions. Please scan this QR code, go to our IMDb page, and please rate us on IMDb. We'll truly appreciate your help and support. I'd like to thank you for your help. Thank you for your support. I'm looking forward to seeing you in coming the American Business Podcast episodes. The American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast, America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. Thank you very much for your help, and looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.